Have you ever had inspiration overload? Hi, welcome to 5 Minute Fika, where we find the time to do a little self-care of the soul by thinking about true and beautiful things. Well, last weekend my brain had enough. Has your brain ever had enough? I think we live in this culture where we love to be inspired, right? Inspiration is everywhere. It's in social media posts. We see it in books and in videos and in little bite-sized bits of advice from people. And it's always, people telling us to do this or don't do that, or to give this up, or to hold on to this, or to believe this, or to not believe that, or to keep going, or to stop, or there's all sorts of things that people keep telling us how to live better lives. And last weekend, I just kind of, my brain didn't want to be told one more thing. I was just kind of done with being told tips on how to live better. My brain just couldn't process anymore. I was staring gloriously empty-minded out the window, and it occurred to me that for as many little bits of wisdom or inspirational quotes or motivational sayings that I read, I don't know how many of them I've actually put into practice. How about you? I think we like to read them because we like to imagine that we're the kind of people who live like that, or we like to imagine that we could be the kind of people who live like that, who make those kinds of decisions and who live life to the fullest and who do all of these great inspirational things. I think we want to be those people. And I think part of that is because we know that right now we're not necessarily who we want to be, right? We hate to admit it, but we're not as kind as we wish we were, and we're not as giving as we wish we were. I know that I'm not. It's very easy to say things we wish we hadn't, or to hurt people's feelings whether we want to or not. We're not the people that we want to be. And I think a lot of times we look to those inspirational sayings and those motivational speakers to make us feel good about ourselves, or to make us feel that we could be, we could aspire to become like them. We could aspire to be the people that we want to be. It's very easy to let these be like a little emotional high that just happens in our lives, but then we don't do anything about it. So for example, I feel it's a little bit like, you look at a menu and you see all the food on there that looks amazing and it would taste wonderful. Well, what if you just went from restaurant to restaurant and you kept getting menus, but you never ordered anything? Or you found a whole bunch of recipes that you really love and everything that just sounds amazing, or full of really nutritious food that would make you feel good, but you never go to the store and buy the ingredients and you never actually make any of it. You could die of starvation in your house surrounded by menus and recipes. And sometimes I wonder if that's what we're doing to our souls. We're surrounding ourselves with menus and recipes for how to make life better, but we're not ingesting any of it. We're not taking any of it in and letting it actually nourish us. What is it that nourishes our souls? What is it that helps us make decisions that are better decisions? I think when we surround ourselves by this inspiration and the motivation, what happens sometimes is that we condition ourselves to only take an action when we feel emotionally inspired to do it. We depend on our emotions to move us forward and to help us make good decisions, or to help us make any decisions at all. And the fact of the matter is, sometimes the important decisions in life are ones that have to be made whether you feel like it or not, whether it's comfortable or it's not, whether you are emotionally attached to the idea or not. Sometimes being kind when you don't feel like being kind is an act of the will. Sometimes keeping your mouth shut when you want to spout off something mean is the better decision. But it's an act of the will. Sometimes exercising, eating right, so many things in our lives, choosing to give when we want to keep. They're acts of the will. We can't wait until we feel inspired to do them. And we can't spend our lives being inspired to do things that we never do. It was good for me to feel like I'd had enough, because it made me focus and say, wow, what am I actually doing? What are the things that are helping me make good decisions? Where is the wisdom in my life? Not just fluffy ideas, but where is the wisdom in my life that is teaching me to make better decisions that will result in a better life, that will result in me being more like the person I really actually want to be? So what's one piece of wisdom that you've heard in your life that is something that you need to put into practice? Not just let it make you feel emotionally good, but that you need to actually let it shape who you are. What is one thing that you can block out all of the inspirational fluff and say, here's a decision that I'm going to actually make. I'm going to order something off the menu. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take it in. I'm going to let it make a difference in the decisions that I make. And Dick Vitale said, life is simple. If you make good decisions, you get good results. If you make bad decisions, you get bad results. And that's really kind of all there is to it. So don't let yourself be emotionally manipulated by ideas that don't actually help you move forward. Or if they do inspire you, then actually take action with them and move forward. Because this is the only life we have. And it is good to be alive. And you are not in this alone. And you deserve a wonderful life because you, my darling, are spectacular. Have a great day.